We have now a special guest, a man with a beard, a moustache, and all other facial accessories. It is, of course, David Beddard.
We can have any future we choose, but we only get one past, and we select both in the present, which would be fine were it not for television. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you already know me as David Beddard. For those of you that don't, that was my name again. I hope you've got it by now. I am something of a dreamer, an ideologist, if you will. And if I could drag myself away from the television for long enough, I could probably tell you what my dreams and ideologies are. On-demand services are such a double-edged sword. From your own bed, you can learn so much, explore the farthest reaches of the universe, catch up on Hollyoaks, and all this without even needing to give a single thought to which indistinct mass to pluck from the floor for today. Magic. Magic, shiny rectangles. It's all too easy to lead a sedentary life. I mean, you may have noticed I'm sitting down right now. Yeah. This is the first time I've tried stand-up comedy. Not quite sure I've got it right yet. No, I'm sitting down to prevent myself from shuffling around nervously, backwards and forwards, and slowly edging my way towards the back wall. Not because I believe that comedians should put on any semblance of, confidence. No, that's not essential. But it's more that, well, I don't want to offend any of you by implying that you're at all scary. Because you all seem like such a lovely audience who wouldn't dream of throwing rotten tomatoes at a noob. Now, for inspiration, when putting together this little routine, I decided to do some research, look up what other comedians do. Trawling iPlayer, 4OD, comedy showcases, that sort of thing. And, well, some of them base their acts on one-liners. But I just couldn't get this to work, because I couldn't think of any jokes about Mexican cruise operators. One-liners. I warn you now, it doesn't get any better. Other comedians base their act on stories. But again, I didn't think I could make this work for myself, because whenever I tell my one-year-old niece a story, she falls asleep. No, in the end, rightly or wrongly, I decided to settle for writing some silly songs and waffling on in the way I usually do. And I'd like, in the spirit of Reithian television, to inform, educate, and entertain, but not like Brian Cox. Like Brian Cox, I may have studied physics and had insignificant forays into the worlds of comedy and music, but I cannot abide Brian Cox. Of all the wonders of the universe, perhaps the most remarkable and inspiring of them all is that the sun shines out of my back passage. Give it a rest, Brian. You're not the Messiah, you're just one of many cocks on television. Let's lighten the mood, eh? This is my ukulele, George. Say hello, George.
Hello, George.
Wouldn't you know it, I'm a ventriloquist. Not, as many people assume, named after George Formby of When I'm Cleaning Windows of fame, not least because he was most famous for playing a banjo lady. No, it's called George because I felt it looked like a George when I first saw it, which is the only acceptable way to name objects. My sister takes a slightly modified approach. If in doubt, call it Norman. Yes, that's right. There are others like me out there walking the earth. My parents never intended to have 4 of us. In fact, I was accidental to the point of being almost inexplicable. Nevertheless, I was fortunate to be born to, well, the best parents imaginable. I'm biased, but it's true all the same. No, put it this way. Who else could have put up with me so well? Probably because I was, after all, a product of their upbringing. I grew up conditioned to accept, require, even desire their style of parenting, having known no other. Lovely as they are, they're not without their faults. And I would like to present you with this little true story for the sake of balance. In high-piercing tones on old Nokia phones, you'd hear beep, 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 beep. It showed someone cared, you were never alone, with a beep, 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 beep. No, you're never alone, with a mobile phone, though you must turn it off in a theatre. No matter your age, when your son's on the stage, don't go beep, 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 beep. We all carried on, hoping that would be that. No more beep, 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 beep. He'd have switched off his phone and embarrassed be sat. No more beep, 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 beep. Would be that. Let it go, I've got lines to deliver. I picked up the thread, but soon wished I were dead. We hear beep, 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 beep. Bright lights in my eyes and a makeup disguise, but there's beep, 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 beep. Could feel from the crowd animosity rise to the beep, 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 beep. A small part of me died, but I kept my disguise, though I knew in my heart it was Dad. I wanted to shout, throw the dove, take her out, for that beep, 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 beep. His hearing's not great, so he turned up to 8. That old beep, 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 beep. Turn it off double quick, but oh no, it's too late. One more beep, 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 beep. It's now far too late, and it's turned up to 8. It rang out like a cat being strangled. Would the message never end? How much more could they send to cause beep, 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 beep. The play comes to an end, and I'm ready to go home for sleep, 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 sleep. I head out to the car park to find who I know caused the beep, 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 beep. I'm annoyed and he knows, and I'm ready to blow, though he is unreservedly sorry. But I'm in such a huff, that's just not good enough for that beep, beeping, beep, 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 beep. Except for the very end. I would never react so angrily to such an innocent mistake. I love my father very much, and I respect him. He's a great man, and I've written a small, more representative and honest song in his honour. If you don't know why my dad is great, you've clearly never met him. Told you. It is Father's Day on Sunday. I spent so much time in a lot of on-demand content that calendars and schedules have become almost meaningless to me. I wouldn't have known it was Father's Day imminently were it not for a little catalogue that conveniently plopped through my door, chock full of suggestions of what cheap Germans consider suitable gifts for their male progenitors. I do think it is unfortunate that we relegate the celebration of our parents to just 2 days a year. We can take them for granted for the rest of the year, guilt-free, and go back to our shiny rectangle addictions. But sadly, not everyone has parents that are worth celebrating. We look outside, we see discarded bottles of white lightning, fearful pensioners, gangs of lurking tracksuits, all signs of a lack of strong role models in the lives of young people today. I blame shiny rectangles. What is to become of society? This final song is called Decay. And it isn't about any of that whatsoever. I've just spent the prime years of my life studying physics. This is a song about nuclear decay. Do join in once you've really got the hang of it. Some atoms are unstable, so they undergo decay. There are 4 ways they can do this, and the strange in many ways. You see, there's alpha and there's beta and there's gamma too. Listen very closely, I'll explain them all to you, because now here's a little song about alpha radiation, beta radiation, gamma radiation, and it's all about their respective penetrations and ionizing capabilities. When there is a proper balance in atomic nuclei, they need to be more stable, so probabilistically let fly a load of stuff from deep inside themselves and radiate it out. When the Geiger or the tube goes quick, you'll hear me start to shout the joy, for here's a little song about alpha radiation, beta radiation, gamma radiation, and it's all about their respective penetrations and ionizing capabilities. The first way that it happens is a big lump just falls off. 2 protons and 2 neutrons fly away in quite a huff, and then they steal back 2 electrons from the atoms all around. But all this ionizing means they start to slow by dancing with me. Here's a little song about alpha radiation, beta radiation, gamma radiation, and it's all about their respective penetrations and ionizing capabilities. If a proton grows a wobbly and emits a positron, then would you Adam and Eve it left behind as a neutron, and then the beta plus emission finds the nearest handy electron. They annihilate and leave an atom with a charge plus 1. Oh baby, here's a little song about alpha radiation, beta radiation, gamma radiation, and it's all about their respective penetrations and ionizing capabilities. A similar thing happens with beta minus decay, except the proton is a neutron and likewise the other way, and then instead of a positron what you find is the reverse, an electron ionizing things, but alpha is much worse. Let's hear it is a little song about alpha radiation, beta radiation, gamma radiation, and it's all about their respective penetrations and ionizing capabilities. The last one on our list is not a fermion at all. It's the highest penetrating little photon of them all. They call it gamma radiation, and it saps the energy to reduce the excitation. Post-decay taps 1 through 3. Just give me a second. This was a little song about alpha radiation, beta radiation, gamma radiation, and it's all about their respective penetrations and ionizing capabilities. You can do better than that. This was a little song about alpha radiation, beta radiation, gamma radiation, and it's all about their respective penetrations and ionizing capabilities. About alpha radiation, beta radiation, gamma radiation, and it's all about their respective penetrations and ionizing capabilities. I've simply been myself. Life is precious, treasure every moment, thank you and good night.